Hello, my beautiful listeners. Welcome back to Resilient Hearts, turning breakdowns into breakthroughs. Let me ask you one thing. How many of you have had someone tell you what to do after your divorce? Things like, you should have tried harder, you should start dating again, or think about the kids, just adjust. Or maybe you've had friends who suddenly feel like they know what's best for your life, even when you never asked for advice. It's exhausting, isn't it? But here's the thing. Most of these people mean well, but their words can be overwhelming, intrusive, and even hurtful at times. And if you don't set clear, loving boundaries, their opinions can start shaping your choices instead of you making decisions based on what's best for you. So in today's episode, we are talking about why it's so hard to set boundaries after divorce, how to confidently say no without guilt, scripts to handle pushy family and friends, how to protect your peace while still keeping meaningful relations. And if you need deeper support, my Silver Divorce Toolkit includes step-by-step exercises on boundary setting, handling emotional triggers, and reclaiming your personal power. So let's get into it today. Why is it so hard to set boundaries after divorce? The biggest reason boundary setting feels so hard after divorce is because it's new. You may not be used to prioritizing yourself. If you spend years compromising for a marriage, standing up for your own needs now might feel unfamiliar or even downright selfish. Cultural and family expectations run deep. In many families, especially in India, women are told to adjust and compromise. So saying no can feel like breaking a rule. We fear losing relationships. What if setting boundaries pushes people away? And that's not what we wish to do. But here's the truth. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you're pushing people out of your life. It means you're protecting your energy and choosing what you allow in. So how to say no without guilt? Saying no is one of the hardest things to do, especially when it is to people you love. But no is not rejection. No is self-respect. Reframing no as self-care is important. Instead of, I feel bad saying no, try saying no allows me to show up as my best self in the relationships that truly matter. Here are a few scripts for setting boundaries without guilt, especially when family pressures you to adjust and go back. You can say things like, I know you love me and want the best for me, but my decision is final. What I need now is support, not advice. When friends push you to start dating before you're ready, try saying, I appreciate your concern, but I'm focusing on my healing now. If I choose to date, it will be when I'm ready. When people keep bringing up your divorce, say, I'd really prefer to focus on moving forward. Let's talk about something else. This week, practice saying no in small ways without over-explaining or apologizing. Protecting your peace without losing meaningful relationships is important. Sometimes setting boundaries can feel like, probably you're being rude or difficult. But the truth is, boundaries help you have healthier relationships, not weaker ones. So 3 ways to protect your peace while you keep your relationships intact. First, use loving distance. You don't have to cut people off, but you can limit conversations or time you spend with those who drain you. Communicate clearly and firmly. Boundaries only work if you enforce them consistently. Release the need to please. You're not responsible for how others feel about your choices. You're responsible for your well-being. Identify one relationship where you need a boundary. Write down exactly what you'll say and practice it in front of the mirror. If this episode resonated with you and you're wondering how to actually put these boundaries into action, I have a powerful section on this in my Silver Divorce Toolkit. Inside, you will find step-by-step scripts for setting boundaries with confidence, mindset shifts to help you overcome guilt when saying a no, emotional exercises to strengthen your self-worth so you feel empowered and not defensive. Because your post-divorce life should be built on choices, your peace, and your happiness. Check out the link in the show notes. And let's do a powerful affirmation before we close. Breathe in, and as you exhale, let go of the guilt. I honor my needs without guilt or fear. My peace is more important than their opinions. I set boundaries with love, strength, and confidence. So, my beautiful listeners, setting boundaries isn't selfish. As I've said before, it's all about your self-respect. And next week, we are talking about something just as powerful. We are talking about taking control of your money and future. Because after divorce, financial independence isn't just important, it's freedom. We'll talk about how to take control of your finances after separation, smart money moves for single women, and how to create financial stability even if you've never managed money before. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to take your healing deeper, I have a simple but powerful exercises in my Silver Divorce Toolkit. Check out the link in the show notes. As always, you're stronger than you think. And I'll see you next week. Have a good day. Bye.